Hi, and welcome to this week's mini pick a card reading. So our question today is, what is their character and true intentions? Now this can apply to any relationship, but I'm going to be looking at this through the eyes of love. So we're going to be talking about, the person that you have a crush on, the person who you may have gone on a few dates with, your partner, your spouse, just the person that you have in your heart that you're interested in knowing what is their character and true intentions. Now, what we're going to be seeing is a couple of personality traits, and then we're also going to find out, what they have planned for you, what they want to manifest in your relationship. Okay, guys? I understand that each pile is numbered, but I want to go ahead and name them for you guys, for those of you who can't read these particular characters. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, pile number 5, pile number 6, pile number 7, pile number 8, and pile number 9. Each one of these piles has 2 tarot of pagan cats and 2 Rider-Waite, okay? And I'm going to get some new mini decks in the mail soon, so hopefully next time we're going to have a more variety of cards. But yeah, so we're looking at their character and their true intentions. Anything you need to know about me is in the description, okay? That, how to reach out to me, get a hold of me, links for donations, and of course ways to book a private reading. So that said, let's go ahead and get started. All right. Okay, pile number 1, their character and intentions. Okay, so we've got somebody who's extremely passionate, and somebody who has their wits about them. Okay, that's their character. So while they are passionate, they are able to kind of think through, whether or not they want to come forward really, with a whole lot of charm and a whole lot of that kind of thing. I don't feel like this person's motivated just by sex or just by impulses and things like that. The way that fiery people can be, and I'm not talking about fire signs, I'm not talking about that, I'm just talking about in general. When we talk about fiery people, that's what I'm talking about, okay? So primarily they're passionate. They care a lot about the things that they care about, and this goes from people to causes to ideas to their favorite movie to their favorite song. They really care about it, okay? But they do keep their wits about them. They are more stable in general, okay? They're also a very receptive person. The kind of person here that we're talking about is the kind of person that might not be the best with the material world. They might spend a whole lot of time in their head, that kind of stuff. But I'm not really getting that there's, I'm getting a more mature energy, okay? Because we've got a king and we have a queen, okay? So this is a very mature person, okay? What they want to manifest is they want to be able to be seen as the individual who they are, okay? They really need their alone time in a situation, and if they can't have that be honored with themselves, then they're not going to be able to function in the relationship. They need their alone time. They are more withdrawn. They need to feed their ideas. They need to feed their heart so that they can keep up this energy, because as long as this energy is being fed, then they're feeling healthy. But when they are spending a whole bunch of time with other people, spending a whole bunch of time even with one other person, they can get really overwhelmed, and they need to recharge, okay? So one aspect about this is their intention is to make it clear that while they do want to give you what you want in this situation, they don't know if you'd be able to give them what they need in order to feel normal, basically, because they need this to have an equilibrium there. But other than that, they'd be perfectly fine giving you what you want. Then we have the 2 of Wands. I feel like this is somebody who is kind of ready to start, We have wands showing up on 3 cards here. I just want to mention that with the Hermit, with the King of Wands, and with the Two of Wands. I feel like this person is definitely ready to start something with you and all of that. The only caution here is the idea that they do need that time alone. Okay, guys? So their intention is to make sure that you're clear on what they need. Okay? Alrighty. Okay, pile number 2. What is their character and true intentions? Okay. Interesting. We've got the Emperor and the Seven of Wands. Okay. All right. Okay. So the person who you're talking, I mean, the person that you're thinking about, okay, this person moves really slowly. Okay? And what's really weird about, this kind of person is that they move slowly because they don't want to let on just how, it's almost like self-discipline. They're trying to manage how passionate they feel, how much they want to demonstrate to you how they feel. This person feels like they might be in a situation where they're not quite certain if this is what's, I guess right. This situation between the two of you might be something that at first glance, for your person, kind of goes a little bit against the grain for him or her. Sorry, I got a king and a knight, so that's why I'm saying him. And yeah, there's something about it that's like there's this balancing act here. It's actually very Jungian if you're familiar with Carl Jung. There's this balancing act where there's so much passion there that it's almost like they're trying to overcorrect by not appearing too, I guess, crazy or too overeager. So they're kind of proceeding forward with caution. But I feel like if you were to kind of get them alone and kind of like look at them right in the eye, that kind of thing, it's almost like they'd panic because it's like they know they're caught, okay? They know that So what their intention is right now is to have that discipline to not move forward in a way that's going to scare you. Okay? And I feel like that discipline is also about controlling, and I don't feel like they're trying to control you. I feel like they're trying to control themselves. They don't want you to know just how interested they are, okay? And another big reason why this is going on is that in the past when they have come on a little strong, what they have no. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm being told that I'm wrong. Okay. In the past, okay, I still feel like some of you this is going to apply to, but this is going to be like 20 of you, okay? In the past when they've come on to other people, it's been too strong and then they ended up feeling like defensive about it. But what I was told to say instead, and I just mean it's just clairaudience. It's like infused knowledge, is that they've been on the receiving end of people kind of coming towards them a little bit too strongly before, and they hate that. They really don't like that, and they don't want to put you in that position. So this person kind of suffers a little bit from kind of expecting that they know what you want more than you do, in that situation. But basically, this is what it is. They do want to manifest a relationship with you. They just don't want to look ungrounded while they're doing it, okay? Alrighty. Okay, hi, number 3s. We are going to look at the character of your person. We've got the King of Pentacles. Oh, and the King of... Is it the King? Yeah. No. The Knave of Pentacles. I was about to say, we got the two Kings. Okay, so we've got the King of Pentacles, the Knave of Pentacles. Sometimes we call that the Page of Pentacles. This person is very... I wouldn't say, well, okay, very materialistic, very earthy. This is a person who, if they are currently in a job, they're probably working really hard, or they're very good with money. If they're not currently working a job, and let's say they're going to school, they're really good at studying and making sure, they're probably majoring in something. If they're in university, they're probably majoring in something that's very, very practical. And in general, this person can really have it together. I feel like this person's a little bit intimidating sometimes. And they really want to find that person that they want to spend their time with. It's like they have all of this stuff, but they still feel empty. It's almost like they have access to everything that they could want, but they don't want any of that. They would rather be with you. And yeah, that makes sense. I hadn't even looked at these cards yet, so they want to manifest a relationship with you, okay? And we have the Ace of Wands. They're very, very attracted to you, okay? This is really great. I feel this is such a stable feeling for me. This person, you're like that one thing that they couldn't find, that they couldn't get, and now that they have you around, they really want to make something happen with you. So yeah, this person really wants a relationship with you. That's going to be their next step, and they have good intentions, definitely. All right, number 4. What is their character and true intentions? All right, so we have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then we have the Star and the Devil. All right. All right, so this person, I get the impression that this person might not be right in front of you right now, in that maybe they're not like on the same continent or in the same state, for example, or maybe there's some kind of other distance, like maybe a communication gap, something like that. This person could actually be somebody that you haven't even talked to, for some of you, but yeah, the bottom line about this person, though, is that they're really balanced. They're able to have a very I want to make sure I use the best word. It's like they're deep, okay? They're able to have a very kind of probing conversation while simultaneously exploring the humanity and the emotions behind that as well. So it's like they get these abstract concepts very, very well. I would say that this person is probably very abstract, definitely. This person might seem to you like they're very even tempered, okay? That doesn't mean that they can't kind of lose it every so often, but they're very even tempered. I feel like they're a little bit more it's like they're analytical, really analytical. Both of their thoughts and their feelings and that kind of stuff. So that's their character. They're very intelligent. Very intelligent. Like, if I met this person, based on the energy that I'm getting, I would be very, very intimidated around this person. I would feel like they have so much more insight than I could ever have. That kind of feeling. And then, like, what they want to manifest with you. This is kind of interesting. Their intentions are they want to feel vulnerable with you. They want to feel vulnerable with you, and it's like they want you to, I feel like they want you to cross a boundary that's kind of like, it might be like social taboo or something like that, but they want you to cross a boundary with them, okay? But they want to feel vulnerable around you. That's the main thing they're trying to manifest. And then as a result of that, they might be in a situation where it might not be the it might not be the best situation to be in. It might not be 100% healthy at the moment, but they want it so badly. I mean, we've got 2 major arcana cards, so we've got really strong energy here, okay? And we've got 2 queens, yeah, they really want they really want to manifest something very strong with you. The problem is that they feel like there's something wrong about it. They feel like there's something. It would be like a person who maybe they're already with somebody and they think that and they need to get out of that relationship first, or it might be that they want to be with you, but they don't think that would be good enough for you, that kind of thing. It could also be a situation where they might have some kind of sexual kinks and all of that kind of stuff, and they don't want you to think they're weird, but at the same time they want to be vulnerable with you about that. And it could be just that this whole thing feels forbidden. But with the star, there's also this sense of destiny. So I feel like regardless of what the devil card is trying to bring up, the star is like there's some kind of destiny, fate, or pull that's like kind of pulling them towards you. I also feel like when we get the devil card, this is also looking at our shadow self. So maybe part of them being vulnerable with you is also being willing to face the negatives of their life. It's like they want to tell you everything about themselves. They want to share all of their secrets with you and that kind of thing. I feel like this person is extremely honest, okay? So I don't feel like there's anything to worry about as far as that kind of stuff. And I mean, you know, the way that this is coming out is that it's so arbitrary that I just want to make sure that I'm, you know, kind of covering all the bases with it, because these two combinations of cards can be interpreted in so many different ways. When it comes to intentions, it really can. Bottom line is they feel drawn to you, and they feel like there might be something a little taboo, okay? They want to be vulnerable, and you know, they facing some shadow aspects is going to make them feel a lot really vulnerable. So that's what they're trying to manifest there, okay, guys? All right. All right, those of you who picked pile number 5, their character, they have something to tell you about their feelings. Okay, so their character is that they've kind of gotten prepared. Okay, they're prepared to talk to you about how they feel, and so that's part of their intentions there. And then we also have this is kind of going to come through a little bit awkward, because I don't feel like they have had a whole lot of experience with this situation, with being in any kind of love situation with somebody, at least not to this degree. So it's going to kind of seem a little bit weird. You know, they're going to be a little bit awkward, or it just might be that they're out of practice, and they're so out of practice that it just comes out as being weird. You know, but their true intention is to move forward. They want a marriage between their head and their heart, and they've got it. You know, we've got the sword energy and the cups energy. They're both pages, and it's like, you know, we've got the head and the heart right here, okay? And they've brought those two things together, and they're moving forward with it. And then check this out. And then you guys have a relationship. So of all of the piles so far, you guys look like you are the ones that are heading towards a relationship the quickest if you're not already in it. If you are already in a relationship, just know that they might kind of revert to something that was from your past, you know? It might bring something like that up, but they still want to move forward with you, and they still see you as your person, okay? That you're their person. All right, guys? Okay. So, those of you who picked the 6. All right, so we've got a lot of fiery energy here, okay? Their intentions here is definitely to move forward with you, to take some action. You will find that this person might talk in a way that sounds a little bit too charming. You know, they might come off as being somewhat of like a player, or somebody who's very casual in how they're intimate and that kind of thing. But there's something very alluring about you that isn't like other people at all, okay? And they feel that. It's like they feel so alive right now because of you. I feel it. It's very intense. This is a very intense person, okay? Very imaginative too. Again, creative, imaginative person. Their intentions are the lovers, okay? They want this with you, okay? And it's not their intention to hurt you, but they're afraid that they could hurt you. So I think that one of the things that you can do to help in the situation is that this person's really receptive to being like if you communicate with this person about how, you know, this is something maybe that you really want, or that you really like this person, that you really care about this person, you really want something with this person, they will be very receptive to that, and this fear will be lessened. Okay, because this is much more about a fear. And this is referring to you, not to them. They're not afraid about getting hurt. You know, they want to just go at it. They're coming at it from this attitude that's kind of similar to the Fool. Like, they just want to go for it. They trust it. They want to go for it. They're also very intuitive too. But this is what they want. They want the Lovers, okay? And this is what they don't want to hurt you, okay? They're a little bit afraid that they could, and they definitely don't want that, okay? I think a part of this actually is also that they're afraid that they might not make you happy, or that you'd be disappointed with them in some way. All right, pile number 7. What is their character and true intentions? We have the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords. All right, so we've got somebody who is probably very smart, very passionate, fiery, is able to get things done. I really like the Queen of Wands energy. This person's very intuitive. They have a positive outlook. You know, in general, they're more positive. You know, they're very receptive. They're very nurturing, and they're very accepting. Okay, this person also is very witty too. I feel like that's kind of like their sense of humor. So what do they want to manifest with you? We've got the Devil and we've got the Four of Coins. Okay, so it's like they want to. I feel like they. And this could be in a negative way, okay, guys? So if you're in a situation where you're feeling abused, or you're feeling like this situation is really unhealthy, this is your signal to get out, okay? But I feel like they feel really possessive of you. And like it's like they want to like bind themselves to you, okay? I don't feel like their intention is necessarily negative here, but I feel like they feel really needy, okay? So yeah, and if this person is somebody you haven't been in contact with recently, we've got the Page of Swords letting me know that there is going to be communication soon, so keep that in mind. Your person might be a Capricorn. That's another reason why the Devil shows up sometimes, but I'm getting mostly is that they feel so drawn to you that it's like they can't get enough of you, and they want that, and once they get you, they want to just. I just feel like they might have some issues with jealousy, okay, or issues with possessiveness, you know, that kind of thing. Now, some people that's their thing, and that's fine, okay. You know, some people that's fine with them, and that there's not a problem with that. I also kind of get the impression that this person wants to protect. As well, and that's part of that kind of possessiveness. They've experienced times where there have been it's like they've experienced times where their person has been, sorry, I'm just trying to get the right words here. They've experienced time where their person has been like vulnerable. That's it. Their person has been vulnerable, and they don't want that to happen. And I feel like that's the motivation behind the motivation to be protective and kind of hold on. It's like they might have gone through a death, actually, that causes this kind of response. But I don't feel like it's, I mean, at least for most of you guys, I don't feel like this is a negative thing. I think it's more of like a human thing. And it's just they've met you, and they see how unique you are, and they really want to celebrate that, okay? All right, guys. And really, if you guys are in an unhealthy situation, you guys need to get out of it, okay? I don't want to promote that at all. Okay, pile 8. Those of you who picked the 8th pile, what is their character? Okay, first off, they really want to offer you their heart, okay? They really do. And second, they're somewhat of a dreamer. They're an optimist. They're the kind of person that would make they would make the kinds of jokes that are kind of like situational. Like they'd point out the absurdity in a situation. and I feel like they're a little superstitious sometimes too. Um, yeah. But I do feel there might be a little bit of distance between the two of you. If it's not like communication or something like that, it could be like physical distance. But I do see that there's a little bit of distance there. There's just a little bit, okay? But yeah, they want to tell you how they feel. That's their next step here, actually, is to tell you how they feel. Um, I feel like they I feel like they also feel like their passion for you is a little bit out of control, and they don't want to say too much, but they do want to give you that indication that it's okay, they feel the same way. I also kind of get the impression, I haven't even looked at these cards, I also get the impression that there might be something kind of forbidden about this, you know? There's something, and it might just be that they don't fall in love easily, or that their passion isn't awakened inside of them very often, okay? Um, but there's something about this that feels a little dangerous. Like I think that they're very intimidated by you. Actually, I feel like they think that they're not good enough for you in some way, or that they couldn't possibly. It's like they're thinking about you and they're thinking there's no way that this person would ever actually really want to be with me, and it's kind of weird because I'm not really getting it as a self-esteem issue as it is so much as they're looking at you and who you represent to them socially. Okay, maybe you're really rich, or maybe you're really smart, maybe you have 2 doctorates, or maybe you have kids, and they're intimidated by that. I don't know what it is, okay, but they do feel intimidated by something. Like there's something that you do is just so amazing to them that they feel like they're not worthy. It's more like that than it is like an actual self-esteem issue, okay? But this is what they intend. Okay. They intend to take the risk with you. They're going to do this. Their intentions are pure. They're truthful. They're trusting in you. They're happy. They're excited. They want to start their journey with you. Okay, and they're willing to do a whole lot of work. Like they're the kind of person that if you wanted them, like you could ask them to do all these favors for them, for you. I'm sorry, and they would totally do it. I feel like they kind of like that servitude a little bit. But yeah, this is my favorite pile so far, actually, and I only have one more left. But like this person, I really like this person. I feel like this person's really solid. Yeah. Let's just put it this way. If I was single, this is the kind of person that I'd want to come towards me. I'd want them to have that faith in us. I'd want them to be able to be okay working for the relationship, okay? And I feel like it's like the 10 of Wands is about burdens, right? Carrying burdens. But I feel like in this card, the energy is like they don't really care. They know that it's going to pay off, okay? Because in this particular situation, you've got the main character has got this load, and they're going towards the village. They're gonna go sell something, or they're gonna go offer these things to somebody else. They've done the work, and now they're gonna give an offering there. So I do feel like this person has literally a lot to offer you. So pure, it's just great. Gosh, this is a great person. I would say to hold on to this person. Or at least don't give up on this person. This person really has something to tell you. Alright, pile number 9. You have got the King of Swords. Okay. And you have the Knight of Wands. I was just admiring the art there. Wow. Okay. This person, okay, I feel like this person is experiencing some tension because they're not able to express just how passionate they feel. Okay, and that doesn't have to be sexual tension, although it could be. I feel like it's more that they want to create something with you. Or maybe it's just that they want to spend more time with you or something like that. And it's like they're so ready. And it's like, and so there's a little frustration. So if this person's kind of grouchy or a little grumpy around you, it's because of that. It's not because of you. It's because they feel stunted somehow or stifled somehow, okay? Because we've got the King of Swords as the kind of more main energy here. And with the King of Swords, we've got somebody who is, we've got somebody who values composure, okay? And so it's almost like in their minds they're thinking, what is this person to make me feel like this? It's kind of like, what I'm feeling is so nonsensical. I can't believe that I'm feeling this, or whatever. And it's like they want so badly to go, but they're so not used to following impulses like that. And so it's like they're trying to balance that out, but I don't feel like they're doing a very good job. If your person runs hot and cold, this is why, okay? It's because it's almost like this is kind of more of their shadow self, that they just don't want this to be seen. There's something about it that's like, that maybe this isn't appropriate or whatever, that's going on in this situation. Let's look at what their true intentions are here. Okay, so their true intentions here, we've got the Hierophant, so that makes sense why they would be concerned about what socially what people would think about them. They feel like this is really strange, but I mean, hopefully this will make sense to you guys, but it's almost like they feel like their reputation is on the line, if they give in to this kind of, like passionate energy, like they don't want, and I feel like it's not just theirs. I feel like it's your reputation as well. I also feel like they really want to show you so many things that they have built for themselves. They want to see you successful. They want you to see you happy, and they want to see you self-sufficient and independent and that kind of thing. It's almost like they see that spark in you that shows them that you are a very independent person, and they want to nurture that. We've got the Three of Wands. Okay, and I think that this is an important one because, well, first off, it describes some long distance. Some of you guys might be in a long distance situation, okay? It also describes, the fact that there's going to be a waiting period in this situation. I think some of you guys already know this, especially those of you who are in a long distance relationship. It means that, you guys have to either get physically closer or something like that, but there is going to be some kind of waiting period in this. But your person wants to act, like, if your person felt like it was okay, like, that you would accept it, they would act quickly. They would just be very quick to express themselves, and they would come off as like they have really thought this through, and it's like clearly they've been thinking about this, clearly they've been feeling about it too, and it's something that's really carrying them away. Okay, so they, this is a very passionate person underneath all of that grumpiness. All right, guys. Okay, thank you so much for staying to the end of my mini reading. These readings are meant to be quick, and obviously they involve small cards, and I do this every Wednesday now. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for your feedback, for all of the support that you give me in all the different ways that you do. I celebrate every single one of you. I thank you guys so much for helping basically make my channel, and I will see you tomorrow with our next pick a card reading.